Right, it's time for the last general preview and predictions video. Who I think is going to win the MVP, who I think is going to be top scorers, who I think is going to win it all. And let's get right into the video. So starting off with Pool A, we've got Belgium, England, Spain and Russia, and it's pretty obvious who's going to finish first and last. First, obviously, we've got Belgium, the reigning World Cup champs, reigning European champs. What can you say about this team? The squad that they have at the tournament is one of the best, if not the best. The squad that they have at home would probably compete. Belgium first. And then it's interesting between Spain and England. Spain and England will play each other at the very last day of the group stages. And the winner of that game is pretty much the team that will go through to the semi-finals. And although I know Spain and GB have played and the results were very close, the lack of a guy like Shipley, Forsyth or Draper for England is greater, I think, than what people might envision it to be. And so for that reason, I'm going with Spain second and England just to miss out. And then we go to Pool B, where I said that France might actually get a point off of Germany or Netherlands, and I still stand by that point. However, I'm going with the Netherlands first, just because of the simple reason that the squad that they have, the depth, the defensive depth, and what Max Caldas is doing with players that can interchange position, enough defensive players to keep everyone fresh, an incredible strike force, I think that is just slightly better than Germany's. If Germany had Marta Helwig, I would probably put Germany first, to be fair, but they don't, and for that reason, I'm putting Germany second. That means that France and Wales miss out on the semi-finals, and for me, France finishes third and Wales fourth, for the reason that France, I just think, are a very good squad. They're not there yet, they're not where they want to be, but with Jeroen Delmay going out, with the squad being as it is, lots of players playing in Belgium, Victor Charlet obviously being the main man, I think it's a decent enough squad for France to finish third and potentially nick a point off of the Netherlands and Germany. But I think in the 5th to 8th place rankings, France will do very well. So if indeed my predictions are correct, that means that Belgium will face Germany in the semis and the Netherlands will face Spain. And this is where it's interesting. The easiest matchup, obviously for the Netherlands, would be Spain rather than Belgium. And for that reason, I think it's pretty obvious that the Netherlands will win this matchup against Spain, if it is to happen. Spain have a good team, they have a few good players, but they also have aging players, and I don't think they have the depth or the quality in the starting lineup that the Netherlands have. Don't get me wrong, they have excellent players, and I do believe that Spain could do a lot, but I think their time has passed. Their time was 2019, not 2021. Their domestic competition didn't really restart like the Hoofdklasse did, and so for that reason I think the Netherlands will just have too much for them. Belgium versus Germany is interesting because I don't think anyone could have seen this Germany squad coming, and I don't exactly know what to expect from them now anymore, but they've both got excellent players, and it will, in my opinion, come down to who gives up the least amount of penalty corners. Both teams have excellent penalty corner specialists, and both teams also balance each other out a lot. I think midfield and offense is very similar to one another. The defense is just slightly better for Belgium, obviously with Van Doren there. And for that reason, I'm picking Belgium to advance to the finals, where that means that the finals will be Belgium versus the Netherlands. And as the Pro League has shown, that the Netherlands can easily beat Belgium, but equally Belgium can easily beat the Netherlands. The Netherlands have had some defensive problems. And like I said with Germany versus Belgium, I think the Netherlands and Belgium squad are even closer than Germany's and Belgium. Offensively, I would just give the advantage to the Netherlands because Purser, Herzberger and Brinkman's trio, in my opinion, is one of, if not the best in the world. The midfield battle is the same for me. They both got equal talent. Defensively, I would argue that Belgium is slightly better, again with that Van Doren factor. And goalkeeping, I think it's hard to argue that anyone else than Vincent Van Asch is the best goalie in the world. So Belgium versus the Netherlands, I think is going to be a high-scoring final if it is to happen. And although the Netherlands is very capable of scoring many goals, Belgium is as well. And I just think that defensively, the Vincent Van Asch and Arthur Van Doren factor will be just too much for the Netherlands. So Belgium to win this championship. Then I also tried to make a list of who I thought was going to finish top 3 in goal scoring, and I couldn't limit it to just 3, so I made it top 10. And I'll tell you what, if I get at least 8 of these 10 in the correct order, I will do a giveaway. And so first I've got Alex Hendricks, second Jeppe Janssen, third Lucas Windvede, fourth Paul Kemada, fifth Tim Hersbroek, sixth Tom Boon, 7th Thierry Brinkman, 8th Sam Ward, 9th Cedric Charlier, and 10th Christopher Roux. I could obviously be very wrong, but I just think the top 3 will be penalty corner specialists. And because I envision Belgium, the Netherlands and Germany to be the best 3 teams, and obviously to be the ones favourite to win the championship, I think those penalty corner specialists in Hendricks, Janssen and Vindvede would be the ones most likely to score a lot. However, I'm not entirely sure that Vindvede will take the penalty corners for Germany, because Martin Hehne might actually have a word to say about that, like I said in my preview. And finally, best goalie, best under 21 player and MVP of the tournament. Best goalie, I'm going with Vincent Van Asch, like I said. I think he's going to have an excellent tournament. Under 21 players, there's a few French players who could get it. Zach Wallace could get it. If he's a starter, Alex Stedler would win it. But if he isn't, I think it's going to go to Justus Weigand of Germany. And for the MVP award, I've written down a list of Denayer, Van Doren, Hesbroek and Bakker. And the winner of the MVP award will be the one who also wins the tournament. And because I've got Belgium winning a tournament, I think it will be Van Doren who wins it. And so that's it. That's the tournament predictions. That's a preview. We've got a game starting today, Germany against Wales. I can't wait for that. So there's going to be many more videos on this tournament, so please subscribe to the channel. Thank you very much for watching. Enjoy the games, and I'll talk to you very soon.